2 pounds, Oscar De La Hoya and Patrice Brooks. De La Hoya is an 18-year-old phenom from Los Angeles. Won the championship a year ago at 125 pounds. Also the Goodwill Games gold, former Golden Gloves champ. What a bright future this young man has. And his opponent, Patrice Brooks, who was runner-up last year at 132 pounds. He's from the boxing hotbed of St. Louis, Missouri, a city that's produced the Spinks brothers, Michael and Leon, Teron Millette, another outstanding amateur boxer. And let's take a look at the tail of the tape, Kevin.
Mel, as you look at the tail of the tape, I think the key really isn't in statistics in this bout. It's how will Oscar De La Hoya come into this bout? Is he himself? He really hasn't been himself throughout the championship. He's 2 years younger, 11 years boxing, though. Brooks has a good left. He can do some damage, but he does, as I said, tend to lose his concentration.
Oscar De La Hoya in the red and Patrice Brooks in the blue. De La Hoya just 18. Brooks also a youngster at 20. Should be an interesting matchup. De La Hoya has been somewhat concerned about his conditioning. He's an avid runner, but said he's kind of a little lazy lately, slacked off in his running for a couple of days, and he's not totally pleased with his conditioning, but I think it's all relative because he's normally in marvelous shape.
Yeah, his reputation, Mel, is to be in top condition, and he is a great technician.
Stan Hamilton of Knoxville, Tennessee is the referee for this bout. Three-minute rounds, a 1-minute rest period in between. The objective to land as many scoring blows as possible, and the winner of each round receives 20 points, the loser a lesser number. And by scoring blow, I mean landing the white portion of the glove. That's something to look for.
In the semifinal, Oscar beat Teddy Randolph 5-0, went to the body quite a bit, and it cost him. The counterpunching, Randolph scored to the head quite a bit. Patrice Brooks will try to do that.
In fact, De La Hoya said he felt he went to the body a little too much. He had a tendency to drop his hands and constantly going to the body and delivering those hooks, and he took some vicious shots to the head. That's a caution to Patrice Brooks. 3 cautions result in a warning. 3 warnings to a boxer result in a disqualification. A number of things can evoke a warning or a caution. Hitting behind the head, low blows, holding, things of that nature.
Brooks counterpunching well with the left. The left is his most dangerous weapon. Scored to the head of De La Hoya.
Mentioned De La Hoya's running ability. He has run the mile in 4 minutes and 10 seconds, and that's smoking. He outruns everybody on this boxing team.
And yet it's funny, his style is not a running style. It's more of a plodding style, staying right in front.
He just does everything instinctively. He's a natural for the sport of boxing. He does things that it takes other boxers years to learn. Sport seems to come naturally for him. He's poised. He's got the great skills. You mentioned the body blows. That's something that normally takes years to acquire, the ability to hammer the body, but that's something he does at the age of 18. Couple of body shots right there from Oscar. Brooks last year advanced to the finals at 132 pounds and lost on points to Shane Mosley in the championship.
Brooks's lip is cut.
De La Hoya advancing from 125 to 132. He said he had difficulty making weight at 125 pounds. He said he had to run constantly to keep the weight off. Good combination by De La Hoya. There's that vicious left hook. Brooks countering well, though.
Well, De La Hoya combines speed, power, and great intelligence in the ring.
And he got whacked with a right hand by Brooks.
That has been the surprise so far. De La Hoya has been getting hit in this tournament.
Stan Hamilton is the chairman of officials for the USA ABF. He is stepping down as an active referee due to the mandatory retirement age, but he'll still remain as chairman of the officials, and he has done a terrific job over the years. Quite a gentleman. We thank him for his contributions to this great sport.
You may remember him from Montreal. He was at the Montreal Olympics, the World Cup, the World Championships, Pan American Games, World Military Championships. He's had quite a career.
Round 2 at 132 pounds. Lightweights, Oscar De La Hoya of Los Angeles in red, Patrice Brooks of St. Louis in blue. Now De La Hoya turning it up a notch. Some saw the shots to the head of Brooks. But Brooks is countering well.
Well, Brooks's plan was to counter. And remember what we said about Brooks. He has a tendency to get into a slugging match. He does not want to do that against De La Hoya. De La Hoya very accurate.
Brooks said he really hasn't felt on during the competition so far, but thought he'd be ready tonight. De La Hoya headhunting a little bit. Not going to the body as much as he did in his semifinal victory. Good right by Oscar. Looks like there's some blood in the lower lip of Patrice Brooks. He's blocking those body shots well. That's his plan, to block the body punches and then counter.
Great part of the strength of Oscar De La Hoya is the fact that he is so intelligent. He is right now, he's going through this process of learning the style of Patrice Brooks and looking for an opening. We saw him in Honolulu learn about a Korean boxer style and then hit him with a left and knock him down.
Brooks dropping his hands a little bit and got hit with a good combination by Oscar De La Hoya. Good left by Brooks, but De La Hoya countering with a flurry.
And getting hit again. One of the things De La Hoya has had problems with is moving after he throws a combination. Very difficult for a boxer to learn, throw it, step to the right or left, and don't get hit back. He's standing right in front of Brooks, and Brooks doing the same for him.
1 minute remaining in round two. De La Hoya and Brooks for the championship at 132 pounds.
Good right by Oscar just a moment ago.
And landing a couple of hooks to the body. His body punches just take so much out of a boxer.
Brooks has done a nice job of not breaking down and trying brute strength. He's doing a good job of boxing Oscar.
They've been able to catch a glimpse of the chicken in the background. He's here entertaining tonight. Now 30 seconds of round two. Interesting matchup so far.
Oscar tried to go to the body. Brooks countered beautifully.
De La Hoya has not been nearly as sharp in this competition as we've seen him before in last year's championships, in the Goodwill Games when he beat his U.S. teammate Ivan Robinson for the championship. Round two comes to an end. Unfortunately, Oscar De La Hoya's mother recently passed away, and he has dedicated his pursuit of the 1992 Olympic gold to her, and he talked about what an inspiration his mom has been in his amateur career so far.
It kind of made me stronger because she wanted a gold medal for herself. She wanted to wear that gold medal around her neck in '92. And she told me to just get it for her. And that's what I'm going to do.
Oscar De La Hoya, as you can tell, he's very shy, soft-spoken. He says, I like it that way. Those who talk too much lose. I do my talking with my fists.
Very confident young man. And again, a technician for his age, just 18, tremendously advanced. If there's anything he probably needs to work on, it's moving a little bit after he throws the punches, but that'll come. You'll see a lot of him in the future.
And he just turned 18 in early February. He's accelerated his high school classes, loading up, taking extra courses. He's actually completed the coursework and will take his test when he returns to Garfield High in Los Angeles and will graduate in March so he can concentrate on his training.
This is a close bout. This bout, that's a slip.
No knockdown.
You can see Oscar coming out in the third round thinking he needs to dominate, and he probably would to make it an absolute surety that he wins. Good right.
I think if these two stand toe-to-toe, Brooks will lose.
Well, Brooks' strength now is strength and brute strength. I think Oscar, you're right. I think Oscar's too smart for that, and he'll hook him. He's trying to get him with that left hook.
He nailed him with a right hand to the chin. De La Hoya's had to change his style. Body punches in his semifinal victory. He had to mix it up a little more in this bout because Brooks did a good job of countering those body shots.
You can see, Mel, what damage it does not to move after you throw a combination. Oscar stands there and he takes it back. He scores points, but he's going to get it right back. Maybe not as lethal as he is unless he moves, gets out of the way.
Keep his in mind, in amateur boxing, the idea is to land as many scoring blows. It's not how hard, it's how many. Although Brooks got a couple of hard shots to the head in that exchange. Action coming to you from the Broadmoor World Arena in Colorado Springs, Colorado. The 4th consecutive year the championships have been here, and we've got a big, enthusiastic crowd here tonight enjoying the action. That's a caution to De La Hoya for pushing.
Interesting. Oscar has completely discarded the body attack, and he's going head-to-head literally with Brooks, who is not going to the body either.
And Oscar is just not as impressive as we've seen in past bouts.
He is, as Pat Nappy said, he is not himself.
Both boxers landing solid punches.
Those are even exchanges. Brooks is fighting very well.
One minute remaining in the round. Brooks ducking in the left hand. Caution to Patrice Brooks for a low blow. These two have sparred before, but they've never met in a bout. Quite an accomplishment just to stay in the ring with Oscar De La Hoya for 3 rounds. His opponents normally don't last that long.
Teddy Randolph lost 5-0 in the semis, but he fought very well against De La Hoya and inflicted a lot of punishment. That may be showing here in the final. Oscar took a lot of punches to the head in the semifinal.
Both boxers landing, trading right hands.
Well, there's that right and not getting out of the way and then taking a punch immediately afterward.
This would appear to be a pretty even round.
I think the difference in this is going to be to De La Hoya, the little punches. He's thrown more little punches.
A flurry at the end of round 2. Patrice Brooks and Oscar De La Hoya. A good bout so far at 132 pounds. We'll have more from Colorado Springs as action continues in the U.S. Championship.
Patrice Brooks in the blue deserves a lot of credit. He hung in there with De La Hoya. You can see give and take. We talked about it during the bout. After they threw, they didn't move, so you can see that they got it back and forth. It seemed to be a very close bout.
De La Hoya not nearly as impressive as he has been in winning previously.
The winner and new lightweight champion, Oscar De La Hoya, red corner.
Well, Oscar De La Hoya is the winner. A unanimous decision, 5-0. The scoring surprises me somewhat, but another notch in De La Hoya's belt. He won last year at 125 pounds. He wins this year at 132 pounds. And we'll have more from the Broadmoor World Arena with the U.S. Boxing Championships in a moment. Welcome back.